1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to talk about the light reflux. What is mean by the light reflux? Light reflux is a type of the pupillary reflux. Pupillary reflux have three types: light reflux, ciliospinal reflux, and accommodation reflux. Okay, but in this class I will only explain the light reflux and skip these two. Okay, what is pupillary reflux? Pupillary reflux is a type of the reflux action in the body which is actually take place in the pupil of the eye, and the pupil of the eye which control the size of the pupil as to increase the size of the pupil or as to decrease the size of the pupil. Okay, so what is mean by the light reflux? Light reflux is a type of the pupillary reflux which increase or decrease the size of the pupil by falling of light on the eye. When huge amount of light, when strong light is fall on the eye, then the size of the pupil will decrease. It is because of the light reflux. Okay, so serious spinal reflux, accommodation reflux, these are the two separate phenomena. But the light reflux are the reflux which increase or decrease the size of the pupil by the response of the light. Okay, the actual meaning of the light reflux is to protect our eye, from huge light, is to prevent huge amount of light from entering to the eye. Okay, suppose this is a man. Suppose this is a man. Suppose this is a man. This man is sitting in the room, and the low lighted area and the dark room. Okay, so during this time, this man is seeing the blurred image. There the size of the pupil of this man. Here the size of the pupil of this man. Here the size of the pupil of this man is about normal, and the low light enter to the eye of the man by a normal condition. Okay, but this man when go out to a very high light, to a very broad strong light, then the size of the pupil of this man become very small. Then the size of the pupil become very small. It is because of the light reflux. Here in the dark room, in the low lighted area and the dim lighted area, there is the dim light. Then the dim light produce only the blurred image. When a man is go to the high light, very strong light, abnormal light, then the size of the pupil become very small, very small. It is because in order to prevent the excess entry of the light to the human eye. Okay, so this is because of the light reflux. Look at this one diagram. Suppose this is the size of the pupil. This is the size of the pupil and the normal condition. Okay, here I make just little bit mistake by this one, but this is the size of the pupil during the absence of the light. There I make the falling of the light, but there suppose this is the size of the pupil during the absence of this light. Okay, suppose this is the light source. When I shine a very strong light on this eye, and this on this left eye, this is the left eye, this is my right eye. Okay, so in response, the size of the pupil there, the size of the pupil become very less, very small, just like this one during the light falling. Okay, suppose this light is there. Okay, this is my own mistake. Suppose this is the man during low light. When the light fall, when the very strong light fall on the eye, then the size of the pupil become very low. It is because due to the response of the pupillary reflex to the eye. When strong large amount of light enter to the eye, then it may lead to the damage of the retina of the eye. Okay, so nature produce a reflex in order to decrease the size of the pupil to control the excess amount of light from entering to the eye. Okay, suppose here As you know that when the light fall on the eye, then suppose this is the left eye, this is the right, this is my right eye. Okay, first of all I explain here the anatomy of the visual pathway. I do not explain here the visual pathway in a very big detail because I have already uploaded a clear full wide a big lecture for the a big lecture for the uh, light pathway, for the visual pathway, but here I giving a just little bit idea. Okay, suppose light fall on the eye, then this is the retina of the eye, this is the left hemi retina of left eye. Here I divide the retina into two parts. This is the left eye, so this is the left hemi retina of the left eye. Here is my nose, here is the right hemi retina of left eye, because this is the left side, this is the right side, this is the left eye, this is the left side of the left eye, this is the right side of the left eye. Okay, this is the left hemi retina of right eye, this is the hemi retina part, but this is the right part. Okay, of right eye, left side, sorry, this is the left hemi retina of right eye, and this one part, this retina is the right hemi retina of right eye. Okay, here I do not explain the visual pathway in a big detail, but giving a just little bit idea. Suppose light fall on this area, suppose this is a normal light, this is my, I consider this in first step is the normal light, the normal light fall on this area. Okay, then they produce just like this one, then light stick the rod and the cone still here, then this is the normal light, this is the normal environmental light through which we see colorful image or blurred image. Okay, so normal light when fall, normal light, then they produce, this is the rod cell and this is the cone cell. Okay, they produce receptor potential, the receptor potential is transferred to the bipolar cell, and their bipolar cell produce another receptor potential. This receptor potential, this receptor potential is transferred to the ganglion cell, and there, and the ganglion cell, the actual action potential, the actual light current, the actual visual current is produced here and go to the brain. Okay, and go to the brain through the optic nerve. Okay, this is my optic nerve. Okay, so this is the visual phenomena, just a little bit idea. Here I do not explain the phototransduction. This is actually the page of the phototransduction. I have already explained about 8:58-minute class for the phototransduction. This is a very huge phenomena. Okay, so this is a normal light, and when the this is the optic nerve, there is the optic chiasma, this is the optic chiasma. What is optic chiasma? uh, the part of the optic nerve, this R is the optic nerve. Okay, so the part of the optic nerve where the cross section of the medial nerve, this is the medial nerve fiber, and there is the another medial nerve fiber. Where the cross section of the medial nerve fiber from the opposite eye, this is called optic chiasma, and from this point up to this point, this is called optic tract. When the light fall here, normal light. Okay, when the normal light fall here, then the action potential is produced here, and carry this action potential by this fiber, and lead up to this point. Okay, this is called optic tract. Here the fiber divided, here the fiber divided into some layer of the, this is the lateral geniculate body, and there after this one the light is go to the occipital lobe. Here I do not explain the visual phenomena in big detail. Here the fiber are reach up to the lateral geniculate body as the subcortical center part of vision, and there the division of the fiber occur. Some of the fiber go to the occipital lobe of the cerebrum, and some of the fiber go to the superior colliculus. This is the superior colliculus. Some of the fiber go to the pretectal nucleus. Here the fiber is divided into three parts. Some of the fiber go to the cerebrum, occipital lobe of the cerebrum. Some of the fiber go to the superior colliculus. This is the midbrain, and some of the fiber go to the pretectal nucleus. Okay, but the fiber which is go to the cerebrum, this fiber control the image. This fiber control the visual. This fiber control the only the vision of the eye. but this fiber which is go to the superior colliculus and the pretactal nucleus. This fiber control actually this fiber control the reflex action, the light reflex. This is the superior colliculus actually control the movement of the eyeball during the motion of the head movement of the eyeball by the piling of light. But the actual part is to control the light reflex is the pretactal nucleus. Okay, so when normal light fall, there we see the image of the light, the image of that object. Suppose this is the object. When light reflect from this area and stick this area, so we see the object. Okay, but here another phenomena. I do not explain here the visual process, but explain the light reflex in a big detail. Suppose this is the huge light. This is a huge light which is fall on the eye. Huge light fall on the eye. Okay. Then huge light struck. Suppose this area. The huge light struck this area. Okay. So there produce action potential. Look at this one diagram normally. And the normal condition, rod cell stimulate, bipolar cell stimulate, all bipolar stimulate, ganglion cell stimulate, and produce action potential which is go to the occipital lobe of the cerebrum and the normal condition, and thus we see everything in a colorful image. But when very strong light, when I shine the eye with a very strong light, then there this right cell and cone cell stimulate, bipolar cell stimulate, but there another process start and the ganglion cell and produce a specific chemical which produce specific type of action potential. When specific type of action potential is produced by pouring up strong light on the eye, then this action potential is produced here, and this action potential is this specific action potential which is produced in the ganglionic cell is carried to the this point. This is the lateral geniculate body. Okay, there this fiber, this specific action potential, this fiber is go to the pretactal nucleus. This specific action potential here the visual reflex, here the phenomena of vision, the phenomena of seeing a colorful image is stopped because of strong light. There we do not see colorful images because there only the a specific action is potential, specific action potential is produced, and this specific action potential is go to the pretactal nucleus here, reach to the pretactal nucleus here, but stop this area, but stop this phenomena. Okay, because of the abnormal light, stop this area. Okay, the action potential is reached up to this point. Here, suppose here I consider the one eye. Okay, then the action potential from pretactal nucleus is go to the this point and to this point. This point is called Edinger Westphal nucleus. What is Edinger Westphal nucleus? Edinger Westphal nucleus is the nucleus of the third cranial nerve of the ocular nerve. OCULA ocular nerve. Ocular nerve is the third cranial nerve. So Edinger Westphal nucleus is the nucleus of the ocular nerve, the third cranial nerve. Okay. Here the cross section of the nerve fiber occur. It carry message to the left Westphal nucleus and to the right Westphal nucleus. Okay, so when this nucleus stimulated here, then by the help of the ocular motor nerve, third cranial nerve, this action potential is reached. This action potential is reached up to the iris of the eye, here up to the muscle of the iris, up to this point. Up to this point, here the action potential is reached up to this point. Okay, so when the action potential is reached here, when the action potential is reached here to this muscle, this is the iris. As we know that this is the iris, here present the constrictor muscle which constrict the iris. This is a iris is a ring. Iris is a ring, but I cut only the iris here. Okay, so the action potential is reached here, and the stimulate the pupillary constrictor muscle. So therefore the muscle of the iris there, the longitudinal muscle. Suppose this is a suppose this is the cut section. This is the cut section of the iris. Okay, so when action potential is reached up to here by the third cranial nerve, okay, then this muscle contract. When this muscle contract, then the size of the pupil decrease. Okay, so the size of the pupil decrease, and therefore it prevent the entry of excess light to the enter from to the eye. Okay, so there the size of the pupil decrease in order to control the entry of the excess light and to stop the damaging of the retina. Okay, so this is the pupillary reflex. But here in the normal condition, both of the pupil constrict here. This pupil is also constrict here and decrease the size, and this pupil also constrict because the light is fall on one eye and the pupil of both the eye constrict. This process, this light reflex is called indirect light reflex. What is mean by indirect light reflex? Indirect light reflex. Indirect light reflex are their types of light reflex when light fall on one eye and in the response both the pupil of the eye contract. This is called indirect light reflex because why it is occur? Here the cross section of the fiber occur. The fiber is go to this area and this area. Okay, and a message produced in this area and this area. Okay, this is called indirect light reflex. This is the normal condition. But during the some abnormal condition, there sometime the message is do not transfer here. Do not here the cross section do not occur here. Okay, so when the cross section do not occur here, only the message transfer to this nucleus and go to this area. Only there the one eye responds to the light. So this light reflex is called the direct light reflex. This is actually the abnormal condition which is sometime occur abnormally. Okay, it is also due to some disease. So when light fall on this light and this eye or on this eye, okay, so they produce the decrease the size of the pupil. Okay, so when the light become again normal, when there the light become again dim, then the stimulation of specific ganglionic cell, then the specific action potential cell, then the specific action potential uh, production by the ganglion cell again stop, and therefore the specific message stop here and inhibit this area, inhibit this nerve, and again relax the muscle of the pupil, relax and increase the muscle of the iris, relax and increase the size of the pupil to the normal light. Okay, so this is actually the protective mechanism. For the okay. So this is all about the light reflex. Okay, so another point, most very important point, please subscribe, support me. Please subscribe my channel, support me. Okay, so this is the summary. The summary of the this topic is to subscribe my lecture, subscribe my channel, and share my this lecture to other students, because this is a very simple lecture. This is a least time. This is the lecture which take very least time, because I have already prepared the diagram and clear everything from the okay. So this lecture take very least time, so you need to support me. So subscribe my channel and share with other and comment like. Okay.